When this one came out, Last Rides, some of the press information we got mentioned again, and it's a theme that comes up a lot with Skinny Puppy, is that this one could also be the last album. Is there something in the way that you guys work together that makes it likely that you wouldn't get together again?
Oh yeah, every time.
Yeah.
That's the thing about Skinny Puppy is that there's such a difference between I don't know, me and Dwayne and I always seem to be at odds with Ogre, and we always seem to be pissed off because of the way he handles his role in the band.
Yeah.
But I think that it's a bit necessary. We have somebody who's walking on a limb, and we have two people that really want it to be a lot stronger, a lot more unified, and that never seems to really happen. But in Last Rites, yeah, I just basically didn't even want to see his face. We did our music and then basically left it with him, and he chose to sing on about 6 out of the 15 that we left him and finished it off the rest of the album. And plus that was our last album for Network. Plus it's our last album under contract to Capitol.
Yeah.
And so we're basically free agents after this album and the tour and stuff. So who knows what's going to happen.
Yeah, I had heard that you guys were doing some label shopping.
Well, we're not actually physically doing that. We do have a lot of interest in the future if everything can come together, like Ogre's straightened up and everything like that.
Yeah.
So there is a potential for a new beginning.
That whole thing with him working with Revolting Cocks and Ministry and all that, that seemed to be, I mean, I could have it wrong, but that seemed to be about the time that he was working with his addiction. Like he got very close to an addiction anyway. Did that put any extra strain on the group?
Yeah, very much so. We knew that he was being infiltrated with negative reinforcement about his band through people like Al Jorgensen that wanted him to join Revolting Cocks or join whatever it is that he could get him to join, because Al's always been self-conscious about singing vocals and has always wanted to use other people to stand up and sing for him so that he can be seen as the cool underlord,
See, I'd always had the impression.
Gibby from Butthole Surfers. That's why he uses Ogre. That's why he uses Chris Connolly. Anybody but himself, He's always been so self-conscious.
See, my impression of things, I had thought that he would be such a
that's why he wears
guy.
Hair extensions and and all the rest of the stuff. He's really sort of semi-self-conscious, I think. But I don't have anything against Al or anything. It's I have something against Ogre, I think. But I'm dealing with it each day. I'm trying to get over it. I feel a bit like I guess a bit like a wife that's been cheated on. I mean, we've had some great opportunities, and I think that a lot of it has been overlooked by a lot of sort of shit that's gone on over the years, and until those sort of things, until we get over that, I'm always going to be probably a bit bitter about it. But
yeah,
I guess that's just my attitude. I know that we could be doing, even we could have done even more than we've done. We didn't tour for a few years there, because of the whole sort of infidelity that was going on. But that really pissed us off more than anything.
Yeah,
that didn't really give much incentive for Dwayne and I to continue writing in the way that we had for Skinny Puppy, and thus we started putting more effort into our side projects and coming up with something that would be inspiring for us to work on other than Skinny Puppy.
How do you think Ogre's project with Raven is going to affect your relationship?
Nothing at all. I really just he's always said he's going to do another project with so and so and so and so and so and so, and I've yet to see it happen. So I mean, I hope it does happen for him, and so he gets a real idea about what even into the press, he says he's going to work with Kat from Babes in Toyland, or he's going to work with so and so or even Al Jorgensen, which basically they don't even talk anymore. It just goes to show you that a lot of talk minus action equals zero. So
yeah, does he ever come walking in and show you guys the songs that he's been working on?
Never. He never works on any music at all, and he never gives us lyrics beforehand. We basically write the album first musically, and then we just give it to him, and then he goes in and improvises lyrics on top with Dave Ogilvy behind the controls, who is very good at. Dave Ogilvy is very good at arranging improvisational approaches to lyrics in songs. He'll sort of take it as a bit of like it's a different approach, because I know that he doesn't go in with like lyrics written like chorus, verse, bridge, verse. He doesn't analyze the songs in that way. They analyze the songs in just the way it sort of flows out.
When you guys went on the Ain't It Dead Yet tour, you had your hair shaved up on the side, and you've let it grow out. Is there any reason for that, or you just need a change, or?
Just I guess age. I don't know. Being 31 now, I don't know. It's just really just change, different with the years.
Are you guys all right around 30?
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you still going to be working through Network Records?
No, not on anything with Skinny Puppy, but we'll be doing some more Hilt stuff, and possibly some more Tiergarten stuff. It's definitely time for Skinny Puppy to leave the Network camp.
Mm.
And with the other stuff, I don't have a problem with it, but yeah, Network is can't really offer Skinny Puppy anything right now. I think we've transcended them. Yeah, well, actually, they hadn't really been able to offer us much for quite a while, but we fulfilled our contract with them of 8 albums, and then we just gave them the original master tapes to Back and Forth, our cassette, which fans continuously write.
Yeah, how can you get a hold of that thing?
Well, it's going to be coming out actually in September with a whole bunch of other stuff that was never on it. So to kill the bootleg market, there's a whole shitload of bootlegs out there of it, and it's really bad quality. So we put it together, and plus we put about 8 extra songs that were never on the original. So
cool.
to defer the sales of that bootleg.
On Last Rites, you guys have you guys are missing a track here.
Track 10,
yeah.
Well, Left Hand Shake, it's called.
What happened with that?
We obtained the permission from Timothy Leary, who did a spoken word thing from this movie called Tune In, Turn On, Drop Out.
Yeah.
In a song, bit of a sort of drug awareness track, in the sense that, we were using his spoken word as a bit of a statement from the musicians in Skinny Puppy as to, if you're going to use drugs, then you best have a good headspace to use them. And I think we were sort of getting at that point across, and Ogre came in and did a sort of debate with Leary in the song. But it turned out really good, and so it was on the album, song number 10. And the producer of the film, Tune In, Turn On, heard about it because we had notified all the proper people through legal channels, and they called back, even though Timothy Leary gave us permission to use his voice, and said, "No, you can't use this." We said, "Oh," and so we reapproached it a few times, and he said that if we use it, we'll be sued. So we don't want to be sued. So we may be performing it live. So.
What was that sort of padding suit with all the syringes and shit on it that Ogre was wearing out there?
Guilt Man.
Guilt Man.
Guilt.
Okay.
Yeah. I think it has something to do with his persona during the recording of the album, or during that period. I think it has something to do with his compulsion to go back into the virtual reality part of the show, which he ODs or something on the virtual reality trip, and turns into the slime monster.
Okay.
The Guilt Man.
He seemed to have a little trouble shrugging out of the suit.
Yeah. Well, he's coming to to the fact now that he should rehearse things like that before stepping in front of an audience. But he tends to want to be on the spot for that sort of thing. Why, I don't know, but that's sort of his way of doing it.
Okay. Well, that's pretty much all that I had to try and throw your direction.
Cool.
So, thanks a lot for doing this interview.
Well, no problem at all. And if you get a chance to catch the show again, you'll see that I think you got a chance to catch the first show, which was on Friday, and the shows from this point on are now much more organized.